Here's the thing. I know that you want to know how you can cheat or you can take advantages on your fat loss journey. But also you want to know how to do that without cutting all the foods that you love, without living off chicken and broccoli every day, and without spending 6 hours in the gym every day as well. And that is exactly what I will show in this video. The realistic, fastest way for you to go from 25% of body fat to around 15%. Which is exactly when your abs starts to show and be really visible. Also, your face is gonna look more square and you're gonna feel so much better. But I'm already going to tell you that this is not magic, this is not trickery, but it is so effective that it almost feels illegal. And at the very end of this video, I will reveal the one mistake that almost everybody falls into it. And that is the biggest mistake because it makes you lose muscle mass instead of losing body fat. And if you make this mistake at any point of time on your journey, you have to lose almost double the amount of weight for you to actually get to your body fat percentage that you want. And that will make you very frustrated. So stay until the end because I will give you every shortcut on this process to get you straight to where you want. So let's get to the point. I'm just going to show you an example just so you know what I'm talking about. Let's take my client Joshua for an instance. When we started working together, he weighed 185 pounds and he was around 25% of body fat. And of course, he wanted to get a six-pack. And this time, he truly decided that he's going all in. And it is the first time that he's actually going to commit 100% on this, and he hired me for the help. So of course, the question that everybody has and that he had as well, how long is it going to take me to 25% to 15% of body fat? Or how long will it take until I can actually have my six-pack? So the first thing that I did, I looked into his body composition. And I've been doing this for so long that most of the time I don't even need to actually track or measure anything. Just by looking at it, I can have a good amount of sense on where he is. And at 185, he was around 25% of body fat. That means that 46 pounds of his whole mass is body fat. And the rest of 139, that is lean mass. That it counts as muscles, bones, organs, and everything else. Now we know the target body weight that we need to achieve to get to this 15% of body fat. So we just calculate 139 by 0.85 and we're going to get 163.5 pounds of body weight just for the lean mass. So we're going to get 139 and we're going to divide it by 0.85. We're going to get 163.5 pounds. And that means that we need to lose around 20 pounds of pure body fat. And then here we go. How long is it going to take? So a healthy and sustainable way to get you set, to get you to your goal, but most importantly, allowing you to stay there, because this happened 2 years ago and Josh still has a six-pack, is to calculate a sustainable fat loss rate, which is around 1 to 1.5 pounds of body fat per week. And that's going to mean that's going to take around 13 to 20 weeks for that to happen, which is around 3 to 5 months. And then you may ask me, can we go faster? We sure can, because I've seen it, and you've probably seen somebody that lost around 30 pounds in about 2 months, and it's probably gonna happen a bigger loss right at the beginning, but that's not just related to total body fat. We're probably gonna be losing a little bit of water right there as well. So we have to take that in consideration. Also, other ways that we can make you lose it faster is making sure that we're having proper sleep, that we're walking and moving more, that we're staying consistent with the diet as long as we can, and that you can naturally just speed that up. But then we get a very common mistake that people make, which is trying to lose it too fast. They do only cardio, and then when they get to their goal, they're gonna start to lift weights, or they eat very little, they poorly sleep, and they completely ignore strength training, which is the only thing that's going to preserve muscle mass. And here's what happens. You're gonna start to lose body fat, but you're also gonna be losing muscle mass. And trust me, even if it sounds good, it is not good. And I'll keep saying this as much as it needs to be said. Remember when we calculated the goal that was 165? If you lose muscle mass right now to get to the same amount of body fat percentage, you're gonna need to be sitting at 160 or even less. That is because you lost 5 pounds or even more of muscle mass. And that's why you've seen so many people losing 20, 25 pounds and they never have actually abs. Or even worse, they look soft because they thought that they were burning fat, but they're just burning fat and muscle. So the real secret is not weight loss. The real secret is fat loss while maintaining muscle or even gaining muscle mass. Now, how can we make body fat burn faster and better? And before you start cutting all the carbs, stop right there. I am warning you, this is not gonna work. I've seen it, you've seen it, everybody's seen it. Why you keep trying that? That's actually going to slow down even more. Actually, I made another video about that. That is why you should not be starving yourself if you want to lose weight. Maybe you need to eat more. Make sure to check it out. And all of this that you're watching is gonna make so much more sense if you watch that video. But let's go to the strategy now. To burn body fat faster, effectively, more effectively, and sustainably, you need to align 3 pillars. Number 1 is strength training. Non-negotiable. Oh, but I don't like the gym. I don't care. You just go. I don't like a lot of things, but I still do it. And if you are serious about your health, I'm not even talking about losing weight anymore. I'm talking about your health. Strength training is non-negotiable. That is what keeps your muscle in place when you are in a calorie deficit. Even if you're cutting calories, you still are able to build muscle mass if you do proper training and if you eat enough protein. And the second thing is the calorie deficit. That's it. It's not a simple diet. It's not a magic whatever new trend there is. It doesn't matter. You can pick whatever you want. You just gotta make sure that you are in a calorie deficit. And a calorie deficit is not starvation. How do you know if you are in a calorie deficit? If you are tracking how much food you eat, there is no signals, there is nothing. Also, of course, there's the results. If you are losing weight, you are in a calorie deficit, but there is no signals, there's no proof. It's just the results after results and making sure that you are actually tracking what you need to eat in order to get to the deficit. And again, you don't need a big deficit right there. 300 to 500 calories a day is more than enough. Make sure that you get enough protein, 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and prioritize high volume foods. This way you don't get hungry. Get some fat-free Greek yogurt, get some white fishes, get veggies, get fruits. Make sure that you add some carbs in there, the good carbs, rice, oats, potatoes, and make sure that you include some supplements as well. This is going to help. Creatine is going to help you to keep and build muscle. Also, the protein powders, if you throw that on the Greek yogurt, it's going to add more protein and it's going to taste delicious. And the third pillar is quality sleep. People don't even want to talk about that, right? And unfortunately, it's the most underrated factor because people always believe that the things that they have the most effort putting into it is going to bring them more results, but actually it's the opposite. Sleeping poorly will kill your recovery, will mess up your hormones, it will increase hunger, so it's going to be harder for you to stick to a calorie deficit. You're going to get more tired, so you're not going to be able to actually train heavy. So it's actually the most important pillar. So that math that we did earlier is only going to work if you actually take care of these 3 pillars. If you follow a restrictive diet with low protein, you do 2 hours of cardio a day, and then at night you keep scrolling on your phone and you don't actually get some proper sleep, you will lose muscle mass and you're never gonna ever see your abs. And there are some mistakes that people make before they even start. Let's call this the big trap. Most people, they're 100% underestimate how much body fat they have. A lot of people, they believe they have 20-25% of body fat, but they're actually at 35 or even more. And in the United States, I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of people telling me, hey, how much body fat? And I don't reply those back because I don't want to be an ass. But people that are like 250 pounds at 5'9", and they truly believe they have 25% of body fat. Like, no. I'm being fully respected, like opening your eyes so you can understand how it is. I am 6'6". Right now I'm sitting at 280. I am around 12% of body fat. And then someone at 250, 5'9", zero definition anywhere in the body, truly believes that they are sitting at 25. They are at least 35, 38, which is okay. The reason of this is just realizing that you probably underestimating your point of start, which the only difference gonna make is that it's gonna take longer for you to achieve that. You still can do it. But then if you actually believe that you are 25% and you start to go on this route and then in week 20, you still haven't seen your abs and you're far away from it, you just get discouraged. And the problem of that, the mistake that you made was underestimate exactly how much body fat you have. And the best ways to actually get those tested is either calipers or DEXA scan. There's other thing as well. Good, it's a metric, but we are just looking right here to see the abs. If we can see the abs, that's more than enough. Like, I don't need to brag how much body fat I have. I just want to see my abs, right? So there's no reason why to actually track that. But if you want to, either calipers with someone that actually knows how to take that or DEXA scan. Those biometric machines, don't trust him, don't like him. And just an example, let's talk about Joshua back again, and let's say that he was at 185, but he had 30% of body fat. That means that 56 pounds of fat in his body and just 129 of lean mass. Now, to reach that 15%, instead of losing 22 pounds, he's gonna have to lose 33 pounds. That is a huge difference. And that is, again, exactly where people get frustrated because they truly believe that they are so close, but they are more far away than they believe, which is okay. Again, just change your mindset, know that you're gonna have to do this for a little bit longer. And there's other thing as well, which is real life, time frames, right? Life happens, guys. And I get messages from people every day saying, yeah, I was going to the gym, but then life happens. Oh, good. You're a person. You're a human being. Life happens to everybody. You just cannot expect that something that's going to take around 3-6 months, nothing's going to happen in the meantime. Let's be honest. Every time, something's going to happen. And then just have to take that in consideration. Life is not a spreadsheet. We can try to plan ahead as much as we can, but life will happen. That does not mean that you should not even try it or that you should give up when life happens, because that is normal. There's always going to have a holiday. There's always going to have a wedding. There's always going to have an accident. There's going to have you name it. And some things, it may take a little bit longer. It's just not going to be just one day, maybe a week. And it is okay if you just stop the whole week on that tracking the calorie deficit, but make sure to get back to it. Because even if you maintain, if you don't lose some weight, it's okay. Just don't give up. Let's say that your plan looks like a 4 months cut. Make sure that you extend that for around 5 to 6. If you can make it a 4, great. But 5 or 6 is still really good. We're talking about pretty much December right now. 6 months of summer. You can have your six-pack for summer. That's pretty good. So don't tie yourself to a fixed deadline. Give yourself some margin. Be patient. That's what I do with my clients. I don't even tell them. When I plan things ahead for them, I'm already expecting for something to happen. And if we can achieve that a little bit earlier, which I'm going to be honest, I don't think even 10% of my clients actually achieve what I put on paper on the proper time. 90% needed more time, which I already calculated up front. And when we agreed to work together, I did not tell them that I was doing that to not get them frustrated. But also, this just proves that it is what it is. Life is going to happen and it's okay. Just give you some more time, just some extra time in case life happens. And the last part, which is the biggest trap that everybody's obsessing over. If this is your first time actually trying to get a six-pack, to lose some weight, to get toned, just know that this is a learning skill. It takes time. You will make mistakes. But when you learn how to track your macros, when you learn the foods that fills you up, that you actually enjoy having, when you learn how to handle social events, and most important, when you learn how to get back in track when you slip, that is how you are going to guarantee that you're going to not just achieve your goal, but maintain it forever as your new lifestyle. So don't compare yourself to someone that has been shredded for 10 years. Like I have been shredded for 10 years. But I am on this journey for over 20 and I messed up for 10 years because I did not know all these kind of things that I'm sharing with you guys. And it's unfair because I have more time on the game than you. So I know the rules, I know the strategies so much better. The only person that you should be comparing to is yourself. Only person that you need to get better is yourself yesterday. That's it. And if you came to this video expecting a magic trick or actually something illegal, I get it. Sometimes I may use some clickbait. But maybe you just needed to understand all of this. But I truly, truly hope that you understood what I said here. Because I've been where you are. And I coach 1,000 people exactly in the same place that you are. And I can tell you this with confidence. Patience is your biggest weapon. Stop beating yourself up. Enjoy the process. If you made this far, congrats. You are part of the few that actually got committed and kept their words and achieved their goals. And I know that it was with strategy, not miracles. Now I want to know about you. I want you to comment below. What is your biggest struggle when it's coming to lose fat or even getting a six-pack? Is it diet? Is it training? Is it sleep? Is it the consistency? This all helps me to create more content and help you out with everything you need. So I just hope you guys understood this. I hope this video really helped you. And most importantly, I hope you stick around. Make sure that you follow the channel, ring the bell, help me out. There's almost anybody watching these videos, and these videos are good. I know that they're good. So make sure to send this to someone, help me out growing this, and help somebody else understanding more about their health and their fitness goals. I hope you guys have a great week. God bless you. See you later.